Yeah, just curious. Are you familiar with this repeater? Like, it's on. This one's on Cross Mountain, Roger.
Yeah, that's correct. It's on 75 North, just between La Follette and what used to be Lake City, Rocky Top, Tennessee. It's on a former Air Force radar base up there that up on top of, I think it's 3,400 feet, approximately, something like that. So it's this machine and also the 147-360s up there, or is that right? Yeah, 147-360 is also on the same side, but this is an excellent coverage machine. It covers most of East Tennessee, reaches into parts of North Carolina, Southwest Virginia, Southeast Kentucky, and sometimes down into Georgia, so it covers a good area.
Roger, and it's close to, well, Cross Mountain is close to Oak Ridge, not too far away?
Yeah, if you look at 75 leaving Knoxville, it's about approximately 20 miles north of Knoxville, so it's going up 75.
Roger, still in Tennessee, not in North Carolina?
No, it's actually closer to Kentucky, so I mean, it's probably about 12 miles, air miles from where I'm at here in Oak Ridge.
Roger, and I wonder what the altitude is at this transmitter location.
I'm wanting to say 3,400.
Roger. Have any idea about type of antenna or the power currently running?
I don't have the particulars on it. I was hoping that Tim would be in there. WB4GBI KF4YCJ. You copy?
KK4LZF.
Go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, the 4.7 antenna. It's a 4-element, collinear. It's a Sinclair 224, I believe. It's a 4-element open folded dipole vertical collinear array, about 95 feet atop the tower, setting on top of the mountain. I think the mountain is close to 3,500 feet, Danny. Or at least the antenna is. The antenna is up at 3,500 feet, and it's a Master 2 repeater, putting out about 100 watts.
Oh, it does a beautiful job. Like I say, I'm running a YAESU 2900, which is doing about 75 watts into a right now stack 7s. And I have a crossboom that has stack 7s and stack 20s. The 7s are on either end, and the stack 20s for UHF are across the middle. And so it's doing a really good job as far as I've been looking at this frequency for the past couple of weeks, and hadn't been able to really find anybody to see exactly where it was coming from. At first I thought it was on the way to Cincinnati, and maybe Cincinnati does have a repeater on this frequency, but the way the YAGIs can separate repeaters pretty well, and right now I'm headed southeast. So how far is La Follette, or is this part of the La Follette area?
La Follette is probably 10 miles east of the repeater site. The repeater site is approximately 12 miles due north of eastern sections of Oak Ridge. It's also the repeater is about 5 miles almost due west of Rocky Top, Tennessee, also formerly known as Lake City, which is a city right along I-75 going north out of Knoxville.
Roger that. Well, this is the same target area that I used to work Mount Mitchell. I've worked Mount Mitchell probably about 7 times. That's slightly over 400 miles. So this is the same target. This is I've got an I've got 7 different YAGI antennas around the place, and sometimes I'll bring 3 or 4 of them to the same target and pick the the best one. And this one is like I say on the stack 7s, and it is 8 lights out of gosh, I guess maybe 10.
KC4LZF.
Go ahead, station.
Recognize you, Kevin. Yeah, Mount Mitchell is roughly in the same direction from, the Louisville area. Kevin, over to you, K4LZF.
Yeah, good morning to the station up there in Louisville. I talked to you yesterday morning, if you remember, and I was in the Mobile there.
I do remember, I have a list of stations in memory for the 2900, but it's a handwritten list, and it covers the front and back of a notebook paper on 3.5 pages, and I do have, unfortunately, some redundancy in the list, and also comes by different names. Some is by La Follette, and then some by Black Mountain, some by Cross Mountain, but I know the general direction where they are, Roger.
Roger on that. Yeah, I was trying to explain to you yesterday. You're coming in better today, but it's 3,600 feet. It's on Cross Mountain, La Follette, area. And you're sounding good into the repeater this morning, and I'll let you get back with Perry there. My name is Kevin again, and like I said, I talked to you yesterday morning. So have a good morning, and back to Perry there. KC4LZF, Kevin in Oak Ridge. Go ahead, Perry.
Oh, I thought I'd stand back and let other people talk.
Perry, what's your call sign?
My call sign is Kilo 4 Lima Zulu Foxtrot, KK4LZF, and the first name is Perry with a P, Papa.
Roger that. Well, this is an outstanding QSO for the distance, and I'm just trying to figure out. Usually, in my notes, I have distances. I don't have a distance on this one, but I would say 250 miles. You think?
Yeah, that's possible. Give me your call and I'll measure it.
All right. The call is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor.
What is the name on that, Ian? I forgot to write your name down.
Kevin, that name is Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, and we are located 3 miles west of Louisville in a little town called New Albany, Indiana, just across the river from downtown Louisville.
I've been there. I think it's close to 300 and something miles from here up there, but Perry's looking it over, so I'll wait and let Perry tell you for sure. So again, good talking to you. You have a great day, and get in here again tomorrow. You'll probably be able to start working it regular. You're sounding good this morning. Over to Perry, KC4LZF. Good day to you.
F.Y.I, exit 77 in Kentucky. Exit 77 in Kentucky.
Not exactly sure what that was.
I'm not sure. Perry's looking it up. I think it was KI4F5K. He's headed up to Indianapolis. Minneapolis, I believe, to a ham fest. I believe that's who that was, Mobile.
A mobile station, if you got a copy, try again, please.
K9FIK, you're being called by KC9VKV out of New Albany, Kentucky, if you can hear me. This is KK4LZF. And by the way, Jim, you're about 170 miles from the repeater.
Roger that. I was work Manchester, the mountain. Gosh, I was trying to think. When is that Manchester VHF?
K9FIK. I'm 80 miles into Kentucky now. I had to kind of quick key to try to get to you. K9FIK.
Yeah, well, it looks to me like we're experiencing morning tropo ducting, and there are stations coming in from central Kentucky into this particular repeater. KK4LZF, I'll stand by.
KI4YCJ, this Friday.
That's K4AR. The 47 ought to have spotty coverage all the way down 64, right into the University of Louisville. I pretty much heard it every time that I traveled to Chicago.
Well, let me jump out of here. You guys are really sounding good, like I say, around Louisville. And I do have a YouTube page called Jim Ferguson's Radio Story, where we have 500 segments to celebrate a 50-year broadcast career. And I've just started a new series called QSO-VLOG, which is dedicated to amateur radio. And I've got about 60 segments there. And probably I've been recording this piece, and I think it's an excellent example of, coming out of Cross Mountain there, and probably be posting that if you might be interested in hearing what it sounds like. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search, Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, that would bring up the QSO-VLOGs, and there's about 60 of them there. And the first one is about my bike that I use in the morning. It's got a little Bofang, and we hit about 18 repeaters from the pedway. But below that is a list of shows, one opening that has all 60 some odd segments in it, and this one would be number 2, just below Art Bell. So if you get a chance, check your repeater out, Roger.
Give me your call one more time. Kilo Charlie 9.
Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor VKV. I've been called Dr. VKV or Very Kind Vampire.
Alrighty. Well, Bert was in there, so I'll let him pick it back up. You have a good day there, and again, it's good talking to you. KG4LGL, 73 Steve, my friend.
Roger, Roger. Was that Kevin right there?
Yeah, this is Kevin in Oak Ridge.
And Kevin, give me your call one more time, slowly, phonetically.
Okay, it's Kilo Golf 4 Lima Golf Lima, over.
Roger, Roger, Lima, Golf, Lima, Roger.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir, and you were very helpful yesterday and today. So enjoy the day. You guys got a fine repeater, and I'll say 3s for right now. It's been a pleasure.
Okay, this is Bert, Bravo Echo Radio Tango, Kilowatt 4 Alpha Radio. I'm near Clinton, and good morning to you as well, in 73. This is K4AR.
And K4AR, could you come back with your name, please?
Bert, Bravo Echo Radio Tango.
Roger, Bert. Thank you so much, sir. You guys enjoy the day. Fine repeater. 3 is KC9VKV, 3 miles west of Louisville. We'll be clear.